Can you tell me how to bypass the control board on a Pentair MiniMax 400 to fire up the heater? Mine is on the fritz and you seem to be fluent with this situation.
Morning, hopefully I am able to assist. Will do my best, XXXXX on site. My first question is, which control board are you referring to? The one in the Jandy controller or the one in the heater? Hello again. In order to bypass the control board in the Jandy and operate the heater, you will need to disconnect the low voltage from the Jandy to the heater. In the Jandy controller, you will need to disconnect the wiring that is in slots 1 and 2 on the green terminal bar. When you disconnect the wires, twist the ends together with a wire nut or wrap with some electrical tape. The green terminal bar is in the control box at the top. To get to it, you will need to remove the cover panel. There are 4 screws at each corner that need to be removed.
Thank you for your message. I will take a look and reply. Okay, I checked it out and I don't know what a Jandy board is, but this board is inside the heater. Here's a link to the pictures I took, maybe that will help. https://www.dropbox.com/sh/vxjl8csml6pl1j/smic105.
Thanks for the pictures. The control board for the Aqua Link is in the main control box. And the board is inside. Just so I know what is happening, the heater is not operating when you use the remote system. Have you tried placing the system in service mode, turn the filter pump on and then start the heater? But for the heater to operate without the Aqua Link system, it needs to be disconnected from the Aqualink/Jandy control, which is connected to the green terminal bar in the control box. And from the second picture, it looks like the small wire that is going through the front panel of the heater might be the low voltage, which connects the Aqua Link/Jandy to the heater. If this is the wire, it needs to be disconnected. Now I know I stated to disconnect it at the control panel, but you can also disconnect it at the heater. And when you disconnect it, you must connect the wires back together at the heater so the electrical loop is complete in the heater. Some switches that will keep a heater from operating and can be bypassed are the pressure switch, fuses and the fireman switch. Again, I hope this helps. Now, as far as I am aware, the board in the heater cannot be bypassed and the heater operate.
Thanks again for the reply. I noticed a bunch of soot around the pilot and took an air compressor and blew the heating area out. Heater seems to be working. However, the Aqualink system is working properly. I never gave it a thought. The key Aqualink connection to the heater is the sensor, which is attached to the flow pipe, and when the heater works, the Aqualink properly senses the temperature and shuts the heater down as it should. The heater was a standalone unit to begin with, and I was simply trying to bypass the thermostat control board and let the sensor on the Aqualink handle the temperature. And all of this is temporary in preparation for a new heater. Makes sense.
Yes, makes sense. Happy to hear you were able to get the heater operating. Hope you get your new heater soon. Happy holidays. Morning, I have been thinking about your issue lately. And really not sure how your heater is connected, but happy to hear that you are able to heater the water. Now when you do get the new heater, the low voltage wiring should be connected to 1 and 2 on the green terminal bar in the Aqua Link controller, and in the heater it should be wired to the external operating connections. There will be different points on all heaters. Check the heater when you get it in. Now you should have a water and temp sensor too. The water sensor should be installed in the filter pump return plumbing, and the wiring should be connected to 5 and 6 of the green terminal bar. The temp sensor will be exposed to the air, and the wires connected to 7 and 8 on green terminal bar. With all this connected this way, the AquaLink will control when the heater and also the temps. Hope this helps. Happy holidays.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.